Welcome back to my channel. My name is Blair if you're new here, and today we're going to talk about 5 things I'm grateful for from 2023. I have done this video for the last couple of years. I just think it's a great way to reflect back on the previous year and to focus on the good that came out of it or things that I learned. I kind of practice this honestly on a daily basis. I actually have like a journal here that I will write in like every night. 5 things that I am grateful for, thankful for, blessed with at the end of each day, just to keep me in a practice of staying positive. And I started out doing 3 items and then increased it to 5 a couple years back. Don't get me wrong, there are some days that it really truly is a struggle, and it may be very basic things like I'm thankful for coffee. But the point is that I'm trying to find the positive and stay focused on that rather than the negative as much as I can. So we're going to talk about the 5 things that I'm grateful for from 2023, whether it was something that blessed me, something that it taught me. So these are really, some could be random. They might not sound like things that you would care about, but they do for me. So the first thing I'm going to bring up is the dinner parties. I got to do, I think, 3 dinner parties last year. 4 technically if you count Friendsgiving. That is something that I really truly enjoy. I enjoy time with friends. I enjoy making new food, and I love decorating tablescapes and theme-based things. And I've put it off for years because I could never get everyone to come together. And last year I just changed my mindset and said, you know what, I'm doing it. I don't care if it's just for me. And it ended up working out because I had my one friend come a couple of times, and then my other friend that came, and one of them, oh, here comes Riley. So yeah, it was really enjoyable. It was fun, and I'm just thankful for it. The second thing that I'm thankful for was full tithing for the entire year. So if you're not familiar with tithing, tithing is where you give the first 10% of what you get to God and His community and bless others. But it also at the same time taught me a lot of trust in God, because there were sometimes paychecks didn't look like they were going to equate to the bills, but the bills were always paid, no matter how it looked. And besides that, I was able to bless, the church and what they can do with the money, whether it was through their food bank or helping others with clothes or outreaches, missions trips, all that kind of stuff. So it was a good test for me to trust that faith, or to trust God ultimately, but also to be consistent with it and do it on a regular basis, no matter how it looked. So that was number 2. Number 3 is waiting. Waiting can sometimes be very hard. It can be very impatient. Sometimes for me particularly, I was getting stuck in this mindset that like, why should I do this when I know this is coming? And it was starting to hold me back to where I wasn't really living because I was just sitting there waiting. And so I had to change and I know this is vague because I can't tell you everything because I haven't gotten to that point yet. But waiting this year, I had to change my mindset and be like, hey, we're going to live in the here and now. Do what you want to do. Enjoy the time that we have. And then when that time changes, I will cross that bridge. So I had to change my mindset, but it also really taught me to live in the now rather than focusing on the future and what was to come and things that it might be changing. So waiting, I'm thankful for. As weird as that sounds, it can be very difficult anyway, waiting in general, but just the simple fact of teaching myself to live in the now instead of worrying about the future. The 4th thing is that I have a job. As difficult as my job has been and how rough it's been, especially this year beginning, I am still thankful that I have a job. There are people that don't have jobs. There are people that got let go, people that were laid off in my industry. honestly, I'm very thankful I still have a job. I've been with the company for a very long time. I also am very thankful I work from home, because those are not things everybody gets. So I'm going to leave it at that. I am very, very thankful I have a job, point blank. And then the fifth thing is that I own my home. Quite frankly, with all the things that have gone up in the last year, the way the economy has been, I honestly don't know that I could afford to rent anymore with the way rent prices are. So I'm very thankful that I bought my house when I did, that I have my home, and that my mortgage is the way it is. Even though I want to move, I still am very thankful that I do have a roof over my head, a nice warm home. It, has space for me and Mr. Riley. And for now, I'm just thankful for that, and I'm going to enjoy my home. So very simple. Like I said, it's just the things that stood out for me from the previous year that I either learned or things that I truly was grateful for. So 1, having dinner parties, time with friends. 2, tithing. 3, waiting, just the waiting period time and learning to live in the now. 4th, that I have a job. And 5, that I have a home that I own, not a rental, but a home that I own. So hopefully this kind of helps you to think about the previous year and find those positives or those things that you learned that are good. It was growth for me, or it was a good thing, because it takes us away from the negative part of it and puts our focus somewhere else, which is something we really need to do to stay positive all the time. And honestly, I challenge you, besides reflecting back, maybe you start a journal like I have, that I write in every single night about the 5 things I'm grateful for, blessed with from the day. And like I said, it does not have to be anything crazy. It could be, I have coffee. That I have family, that I have friends. Like, sometimes they're that simple of items, but it keeps me thinking about the positive instead of dwelling on the negative from that day, that previous year, whatever it is. So as always, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope everybody has a blessed day.